Oh man.
Yeah, worked. No test. Worked. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? It's been, I mean, for the viewers, it's been a week, but for you and me, it's been like 3.
Been like 3 weeks. That's the beauty of recording.
Heck yeah,
So
man.
all that last stuff, we were sneaky and we recorded that. Banged out a couple double sessions. That was fun. That was nice.
I'm all about banging out the double sessions,
Oh,
dude.
the doubles. All right. I got it. Edit out. Not edit out. FOMO, man. Talk to me. What does it mean?
Bro, let me tell you, man, I was chilling in Mexico and I'm looking at spot price and just watching it climb
Uh-huh.
and telling you watching metals climb can do one of two things. It can either, depending on your position, make you really happy for some decisions you made
Uh-huh.
previously, or make you feel like, I'm gonna miss the boat and I need to buy. Right. So that's the FOMO.
So
That's what
is
FOMO is.
Yeah, so is that you knowing what you're doing, or is that, let's just say I'm new and I was getting ready to buy and all of a sudden, uh-oh, things are taking off. Now what do I do? And you don't know no better.
And that's just it. You don't know, is it going to go higher? Is it going to really run? I mean, historically, we've seen silver hit 30, right? And then it
Yes.
kind of tanked back down for a bit. But historically, it's gotten as high as, I think, what, 41, 42, something like that, almost
Well,
50.
I think it hit 50 twice
Hmm.
back when the big push was on, the big
2011 or something
big
like that, right?
well, even further back than that.
Hmm.
Who was the guy? Who was the guy trying to corner the silver market? Him and his brother.
Oh yeah, I can't remember their names. I know you're talking about. It was
Right.
the
So
brothers.
you're right. So let us know in the chat because we just don't keep up with it. So yeah, so it pushed to $50 then, but
Yeah.
today we're recording April 10th. We're actually going to be publishing this April 11th. Happy birthday to my wife,
Hey.
Jamie. Happy birthday, love you. What are we looking at for a spot price right now, silver and gold?
Right. So gold, and again, this is as of 4:10 at
410.
7 p.m. per
Yep.
Kitco, right? That's the
Markets are closed.
per Guido. Kitco's the way to
Per
go.
Guido.
So
What?
so
That's right.
we've got
Stay off
gold
those bullion sites.
at 2334. So that's 2,334. It's been in the past several days been hitting all-time records consistently and
Boom, 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 boom. Right.
closing at those record prices.
Yes.
Silver has not yet hit a record, but we're at 27.94 and it's maintaining, right? So
Yes.
I just want to talk about, like, if you look at history and the way that the trends go, if you follow gold, right? So gold will go on its upward trend and silver kind of lags. That means like it's down here, but eventually when gold kind of peaks out,
Yeah.
that's when silver starts to make its run, or I guess it's going this way also, right? So it starts to
Right.
make
Right.
its run, and so we will see. My assumption is if gold holds its price, we're going to see silver go considerably higher. I don't know
Okay.
how much. I don't know if it's going to hit, in the 40s or 50s, but I think it's going to definitely go above 28.
I kind of feel the same way. I could see 30s. My thing is it's been a fun past couple weeks watching it happen. The thing is we also know what else could happen. It
Oh
could
yeah,
be
that
right back down in the
correction.
18, 19, 21. I would love to see it hold where it's at for a couple weeks instead of doing the roller coaster. Because how long were we sitting at 20, 21, maybe 23, drop back down to 21, 75, and then flirt with 22 for a while again? Just that couple dollar fluctuation. I mean, this has gone up what, $3, $4 in the
Yeah,
past couple weeks, and
yeah,
not slowly, like gone up.
yeah,
And then this morning, some numbers came out and the price dropped, but an hour later, come right back
yeah.
up to $28.
It's holding.
Yeah. So it's fun for me to watch, and if it stays at that 27.50, 28.25 mark for a little while, that's a good sign for me that okay, watch the premiums. Is it going to be worth me now investing more money into silver, or have we been doing this and all of a sudden the bottom's going to fall out, or
Right.
is it going to shoot back up? It's such a tricky thing to follow and to
Yep.
make any sense out of it,
Yep.
because realistically, it shouldn't be doing what it's doing, but it is.
Yeah. And you can't put all your money in what any one talking head is saying. There's people that are going to say one way or another. I know it's going to come down. Sure, maybe eventually. I know it's going to keep going up. Yeah, that's possible too. But like you don't. I would say my recommendation is you go with your heart, your gut, and don't listen to what someone else is telling you to do.
And that not has anything to do with this show or whatever, but I did publish a video talking about some of the worst advice people have gotten, made a community post on it on my channel. And that was my biggest thing. And I've talked about it many, many times, is just stick to your budget. Some months you're going to be able to buy more. Some months you're going to be able to buy less. But if you stick to a budget, you're going to continue to consistently buy metals. Prices go up, prices go down, dollar cost averaging. If you stick to a budget, you're going to be okay. Because that budget is something that you're willing to invest into the metals. Mm-hmm. If you don't have one, you're just willy-nilly buying here and there and everywhere. It's not the right way to go about it.
Yeah. You do it that way, you typically buy at the tops. That's
right. FOMO. What is a piece that you desperately said, I got to get this and I cannot miss it when it comes out? This is one of those, whether it was for your own collection and you wanted to get it to have it because you got a gut feeling that the price is going to go up, and if you wait, you're not going to be able to get it at that initial price, or even something as a seller that you think, okay, I got to get a bunch of these because I know these are going to sell out pretty fast. The price is going to go up, and there's going to be a lot of people out there looking to buy these, just how lickety split they went. What is something like that, if any, that you have, and you've had to have, because if you're a stacker collector, you've had the FOMO?
For sure. I would say one that you're very familiar with, and that's the Wolverine. Okay. When I caught wind of it, and we all know, how that went public and viral and all that. I remember getting a phone call from a mutual friend of ours saying, hey, this is the guy who's got them. Go ahead and order them, and there's a good chance you're going to get the ones
that pal Steve.
Yeah. So we as in Metal Merchant, me and John,
yes,
we made that call. We got them to send us, I think it was 2 tubes, right? One tube was all the muled error Wolverine, and the other tube was not. So I think we got the last tube.
You had to have.
Oh, yeah. Oh man. And it felt good.
That would have been sweet. That would have been sweet to get, because the ones that I got, because you know how those came, they didn't come in tubes, they came in a heat shrunk roll, right? Because they all came from capsules in a perfect
right.
In that heat shrunk roll,
right?
And the ones that I got, the roll was cut. Mine were still in a roll, so I know that they were cut off the end of a roll or whatever they had there.
Somebody got the rest of them.
Oh yeah.
So we got a full roll. We got all 20. And man, it felt good cracking them open. I thought I hit the lotto. So that was, for me, it was the fear of missing out on that release, on that product, on that rarity, because it was an error coin that they say were probably only 400 known in circulation, and we had 20 of them. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. What's that, 5%?
Yeah, it's a big percentage. That's a big percentage of, and then you look at that 20 of maybe 70 that were actually, I guess, graded, maybe that, and I guess the number is kind of smudged a little bit, but call it 65. So 20 out of 65. That's a lot. That, I mean, you're talking a third now.
Yep. And then we got them graded. We got a bunch of 70s out of it. So, and the resale on those, obviously they were like 52, 55, something like that when we purchased them. Turn around and we sold them as much as between $800 to $1,000 a piece. Yeah. And now you can't find them. Like nobody's letting them go.
No, which is smart. I mean, it's one of those things that John and I and you and anybody else has always talked about. It's that rarity and scarcity type factor of that value. It takes a special person to, number one, make that purchase, but then to realize that, okay, I made that purchase, I might not be able to get that money out, but this thing is very, very scarce, and there is a big market for it. You just have to find the right market for it.
Right. Yeah.
And there's people out there that don't know anything about them that would love to have one if they knew about it.
Right. And that's where social media actually comes into play. It helps get that word out
It
to
does.
other people within, this community or any community, really. Things they may not know about, puts light on it and allows them to see, hey, what's available. But yeah, that one's not available to anybody right now.
No, right.
You either
No.
have it or you don't.
Zero. I actually had a guy message me on Facebook. He sent me a bunch of pictures, and it was 50 ounces, just random ounces of silver. But there was probably 2 complete sets out of those 50 ounces. I call it complete because really it's 9, but 10 coins if you count the air. But there was like 7 or 8 Wolverines, right? And he asked me about them as far as the air. And I said, well, flip them over, look at the obverse. If it says 2018, you found something. I said, you don't have any other pictures of them? He says, no, that's just a picture I got. They're on their way to me. So in a couple of days, I'll know whether or not he did well or he just bought, Wolverine coins.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always, whenever I see somebody selling them, I'm like, hey, what's on the other side? Let me see. Let me see that.
Why do you want to know?
That date?
No reason.
No reason. Just curious. I want to see.
I'm not telling you.
I want to see what the queen's face looks like.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I don't remember what the queen looked like. We get the king now. All right. Believe it or not, mine isn't that.
All right.
And it was back when I did sell quite a bit on the side, and it wasn't that long ago. But it was an APMEX release, and it was a Star Wars product, and it was in the shape of a bar of this particular metal that they used, right?
Oh, yeah.
That first release sold out so fast. Meaning, I guess, let me rephrase that. APMEX put so many on the site, right? And then once that amount sells out or are close to selling out, it'll say sold out, and then all of a sudden, magically, there's another, 5,000 of them. Yep. Yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of, but then the price goes up. The price continues to go up. So when they add that second amount and even into that third amount, and anybody who listen knows that the price is going up, right? Yep. So I did. I bought a bunch of them at that first initial, because when you buy them in tubes, right, the price actually drops down a little bit rather than buying 1 ounce. And I forget the price. They might have been $28 or $31, right, for one bar. And if that's all you're looking for, now you got to pay $10 shipping from APMEX. So you're looking at $41 for an ounce of silver. That's something I always looked at when I was reselling that. If someone's only looking for one, they're going to pay $10 for that shipping. So if I bought a mass quantity of them and I could be under the retail price, it always seemed that things sold more and more and more. So those did really well at that time, right?
You're talking about the 1 ounce Beskars, right?
1 ounce Beskars. I'm not even into the 10 ounce because, you were lucky if you got them.
Yeah, we got 3. We got 3 of them
in 2021, right?
Yeah, and those flipped really good, man.
Yeah, really well. Very rare. And this is how it all got goofed up. Those would still be doing well today if they didn't muck it up and decide to do a 2022 and now a 2023. And then what did they do in 2022 with the 10 ounce bars? They added 2,000 to the mintage of them. It was started at 1,000.
Yep.
Then they went to 3,000. And then in 2023, I think they did at least 3,000, if not 5,000. I forget. They're still for sale today. That's the problem. And then APMEX got a little bit greedy themselves. Instead of selling them out the way they've done it in the past, instant, almost within a half hour, you're talking 50,000 1 ounce coins gone, depending on from APMEX. Now, I'm not saying they sell all 50,000, because you can go to LPM and they have them. You can go here and they have them. They're buying and they're being put somewhere else, but their site is officially out. They're the ones that released them, so on and so forth, right? Now they just sat there, and in 2023, they raised the price of a 10 ounce bar to basically the price that somebody would be looking to sell it for on a secondary market.
Right. So what do we call that?
Greed.
Corporate greed.
Corporate greed.
That is corporate
there's,
greed.
They see them they're not dumb. They see them being sold for that price elsewhere.
Right.
So why not
do it
themselves? Right.
Yeah. but
I guess it's good and bad thing. It's a good and bad thing, you know, because they're still sitting on them.
It's good for the shareholder, maybe if they're. I don't even know if APMEX is publicly traded or if it's a
I don't know
private.
if they are or not.
Yeah, so it's good for the company because they're,
I like
making money.
APMEX. I
Right.
really do.
However, it's bad for the series, right? Sponsor us.
Yeah, right.
But it's bad for the series, but it kills it. It's milking the
Yes.
product because
Yes.
they know that, okay, this one did good last year. Let's slap a new date on it and hope it does the same. It won't.
Let's not change anything. Let's just change the date.
The beauty of an item is found in its limited quantity, right? It's several things. I actually did a video about this a long time ago. It was like 5 different things that make a coin rare, and one of it, or make a coin special, right? And that can kind of indicate the resale value increase or whatever. And one of them is scarcity. Yep. Another one is the aesthetics of the coin, like how good does it look? Another one might be
part of it.
Who's minting it. Like if you know that the quality control on this mint is trash, nobody's going to want to buy that. But if it's like a product from Comsco, Perth Mint, one of these, even the US Mint, that is known for a better standard of quality, then you can expect that it's probably going to have a better resale. But another one is the hype. And that's kind of what you were talking about, is how much are people talking about it? Because if nobody's talking about it, no one's going to care. Like there's this coin, Royal Canadian Mint put out, mintage of 250. And by any standard for a coin, 250 that's minuscule. That is a micro mintage, right?
It is very low.
And this was the Royal Canadian Mint's multifaceted animal head series, right? So it was like basically a coin, and in the middle it would have, one of them was a wolf, one of them was a bear, one of them was a lynx. And when they released, $250 a piece, but the resale value on them instantly went up to like 1,000. But
what size?
It was 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
And most people don't know about this coin because no one ever really talked about it. But it was a really cool looking coin. I've got one of each of them, and they're all graded. They're beautiful coins. But the resale on them right now would be garbage because nobody knows about them. So that's the thing, is like, I think what APMEX saw was, they saw, okay, this one's doing really well. It's got a lot of buzz. Everybody's talking about the 1 ounce Beskar. Let's do it again next year, and let's make more money. Let's double the mintage. We'll put them out there. But the thing is, what they don't realize is, as a collector, I'm seeing, okay, now you're going to make this an annual thing. Yep. And by making it an annual thing, you're up in the overall mintage of this piece. I'm not really interested in it anymore.
No, because you took the scarcity out of it.
Exactly.
You took the rarity out of it. You're making it more available for more people, basically. And Star Wars is huge, and I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Star Wars nuts there are out there in the world, and I don't know how many of them collect silver, but I can tell you that it's just bad that now that number has gone up. Because if you wanted to get, now they did come out in 2022. Shoot, they raised it by 2,000, but I got the 2021. I might as well buy the 2022. But then you see the price of your 2021 kind of dropping, because now these ones are out and there's more available. Why would I? The only thing different is the date on it. Why am I going to pay $800 for this one when they're selling this one right here, the same thing, different date, for like $350, $400?
Yep.
Kind
of shot themselves in the foot. I think the other thing behind it, just talking specifically about Star Wars, how many licensed Star Wars products are in right now in the coin world?
Dude, so many.
So many. You can't keep up with
it. New Zealand Mint is just stroking it on that stuff.
Oh yeah.
What is something they just did? It's a spherical thing, like 300 grams of silver.
The Death Star.
Yeah. Things like the size of a baseball.
It's cool looking. But I mean,
I bet it's very detailed. But man, that price on that thing. Whoa.
Yeah. They've come out with so many at this point that it's just like, all right, that's
the chibis and the coin.
Chibis. Exactly.
The mint boxes, the mint trading cards or trading coins. I'm sorry. I don't want to anger anybody there.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
that's FOMO.
so what can we do as the collector? And I think we touched on it a little bit, as the collector, as the stacker, to kind of fight it back a little bit?
That's a great question. And I usually say that. I usually say that when I don't have a loaded answer for that. So
well, and that's just it. So there's an easy answer. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
But everybody's brain is different, right? Everybody sits there, and then there's also the buyer's remorse part of the FOMO. You FOMO'd out, you bought it, and now you sit there and you think,
I didn't need that.
I don't think I really needed that, right?
Nope.
So it's kind of all part of it. Again, the easy answer is just forget about it, but it's so tough just to forget about it, especially if you're someone who is on social media quite a bit and you continue to see it and see it. And it's in your email because you subscribe to all these bullion dealers. When those things pop up, you type in your email for all the deals and all the upcoming things, and your email is just getting flooded with spots down 2%. And look at this new coin that's coming. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. And I can't wait. It's going to happen. Once spot starts to drop again, watch those emails. They're going to blow up. And I think that's just the easiest answer. Is the simplest answer is just forget about it. But it's just very, very tough just to forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they dangle it in your face and it makes you want to buy it. But I think ultimately, you know, it's again the sage advice of if you like it and you want it, buy it. Enjoy the hobby. Don't overstress it. Don't overthink it.
Sure. Stick to that budget. I think that's a good ending right there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right, dude. Check you on the next one.
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll see you all.